Welcome to Good Weather Gaming. I am the Good Weather Gamer. I do rather enjoy this intro music here. Menu music in this game is pretty good. There's a few different songs they go through. I think they're both pretty good. Both or all three. So this game just came out today. It is August the 14th. It's a Tuesday. I'm going to go over some of the features here. Brightness, making sure that sleeping dogs is just barely visible. UI scale for if you want a tiny UI or if you want a big UI. Resolution I'm recording in. Full screen. And 3D is an option in this game. Go with the advanced options here. This anti-aliasing is a tank on my frame rate, so I'm just going to keep it on low. High-res textures. This is something that is for the PC only, and is an extra 3.5 gigs, I think, to download from Steam. I downloaded it last night before I went to sleep. It's on. Shadows were tanking my frame rate, so I turned it to normal. Off would be a little bit gross looking, probably. Shadow filtering is fine. Screen space, ambient occlusion. This was also tanking my frame rate a little bit. I don't have the best system. What I'm running on is a first generation i5, so it's not that special. And then I have a GTX 560, which is a decent graphics card, but it's certainly not a top of the line graphics card. Motion blur I don't like. World density. The extreme world density was giving me some problems. I think high would be okay, but I'm going to stick with normal for recording. There's a benchmark mode as well. So before you even jump into game, you can benchmark your system based on the settings that you choose and find out how it does. I'm not going to do that here. So these changes. So I already recorded a video for sleeping dogs earlier, but I botched the audio again. So I thought, no, I'm not putting that up. There's no way. I thought the music in the cars was a little bit too good. So good, in fact, that I didn't want you to hear me. May have been a good thing, I guess, but botched my first video's audio, so I'm not going to do it again. Oh, wonderful. So this is what happened during the last video. I ran into a boutique and I got myself a very intimidating jacket, as you can see. Makes me intimidating. A hat that only kings would wear. And if you get onto the light over here, some nice red, what they say are track pants, but those are leather. Come on. Give me a break here. So this is your apartment. It's pretty much it's like a Grand Theft Auto style apartment. Just like many other open world games, this is an open world game. You go over to your closet and you can access your wardrobe, you can change your outfit, but I think I'm going to stick with this because my dude's clearly already a boss. Got some oh. Well, he's not very clean either, you can see by the apartment. Not a whole lot you can do in here. You can use the bathroom, you can close the door, and stuff like that. Holy smokes. Angry people speaking in English even though it's Hong Kong. So this is Hong Kong. This whole game takes place here. Open world game with Hong Kong as the main city, as the only city. And just like many other open world games, we have a car. I got a pre-order, so I got this ridiculous car. You should probably only have this bike, I think, when you start out, if you didn't pre-order. But, hey, I got the ridiculous car. Now, the first thing I should probably mention about how this game plays is they decided to steer away from the traditional open world driving styles, which is kind of make it a heavy, kind of clumsy car, and go with a much more arcadey feel. Like, it's not just that this car is sporty. These cars are very arcadey. There's a ram function that you can aim. As you see, I just rammed off to the right. And this is my favorite function, opening the door and hitting people with it. It's pretty awesome. Okay, I already have cops on me. So, you can hear the music. Last time you wouldn't be able to hear me over this, but I turned it down this time to make sure that you could. Different radio stations, much like Grand Theft Auto. Oh, I bailed out. Wrong button. Oh my. I don't think this is good. Well, I didn't do that on purpose. Okay. Anyways, many radio stations, just like Grand Theft Auto, just like Mafia, things like that. Open world games kind of have a similar build in the way that they are. But this game has a lot of parkour. Much. Oh shit, he's coming after me. There's a lot of parkour. Kind of like a Assassin's Creed game, I suppose. See you later, boy. Alright. And they all speak in English for some reason. I mean, there's Cantonese in the what are they called? The cutscenes. There we go. Jeez. Thanks, brain. The cutscenes have Cantonese, so there are subtitled Cantonese, but for the most part, when you're running through the city, it's all in English, which I suppose is probably a localization thing. Probably because I live in Canada, and I have an English pack on the game. That's my guess. This guy's probably going to catch me. This isn't good.
Suspect is escaping on foot. I'm in pursuit.
I don't really want to fight the cops because it's, oh god, as far as I know, they just tackle you and arrest you.
He's getting away. Cut him off. Stop.
I was in a mission in my last video that I had to delete where I was being arrested, but I was able to get out of the arrest because it was during a mission, but every time that I've been arrested otherwise, they've just arrested me. I think they're going to start shooting at me, I think. Alright, I can show you some of the different radio stations. This one sounds like a traditional Chinese radio station of some sort. And I'm completely ignoring my destination there. That was probably not good. Problem I was having last video is that I was just having way too much ADD. And I couldn't actually follow my goal. And this girl is really, really distracting me. The club mix. I like the radio stations on here, but some of them are a little bit ridiculous. In fact, all of them are ridiculous, which is why I like them. So I shouldn't say anything about that. One-eyed monkey. Okay, so I'm supposed to be somewhere in here. I'm gonna just run in there. I've seemed to got away with the cops. There's a taxi. Unlike Grand Theft Auto, there's no call taxi phone number, so you actually have to run down taxis, which is, I don't know. I would just rather steal a car. The cool thing about this game is, though, you're a cop and a member of the triads, so you have missions for the triads and the cops, and the storyline, from what I've heard at least, does a good job of connecting the two together. You are an undercover cop.
I'm not sure how he's gonna take it.
Want me to talk to him?
Yeah. I'm just about out. So grab my next shipment and make sure everything is cool.
Make sure everything is cool. That doesn't seem like a turn of phrase he'd be using, but I'll go with it. She's dumping something at her window? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like the Chinese lanterns. I mean, in all, I really like the city. The graphics in this game, as I showed before, they're not turned up all the way, but they aren't on the lowest either. They have the high resolution texture packs, all that. And the city looks pretty fantastic. If I can get close to a wall or something, maybe close to this guy, I can show you the depth of field that they use. It's pretty good. I'm really enjoying the cinematic feel of the game. The reflections in particular off the cars and when it rains on the ground, really, really fantastic. Let's wave down a taxi, see if I can do this. The problem with this game is that I think the button to get in the taxi is also the same button that you use to steal the taxi. So I didn't see the prompt to get in for a taxi ride, so I just screw that and steal his bike. See you later, bud. Now you just saw -5 blue points, and it said theft. -5 to my cop reputation, I suppose that was, and the theft was the cause of it. If I do property damage, see, -5 to my cop reputation. So you got to do things to keep your cop rating in good standing and your triad rating in good standing, and I'm not really too concerned with the cop rating at the moment. I'm more just screwing around, doing wheelies. Some Chinese rap. Oh, this is the mission I did last time. Excellent.
Hey, is Popstar around?
What would a nice-looking boy like you want with my boyfriend?
You Popstar?
Who's asking?
Look, I work for Winston. Dirty Ming's operating in our territory. I want to make sure he's supplied.
Sure, I'll fix him up. But
what?
I gotta get paid in advance. I'll make it easy for you. A couple of deadbeat junkies owe me money. Guys used to deal for me before they became their own best customer. Collect what they owe me, and I'll hook your man up.
Find the deadbeats. So I'll talk a little bit more about the movement. The problem this game has is that A is run as well as parkour, which can be a little bit frustrating. I mean, you just hold down the button in some cases, but as you see, I just got -5 clumsy. So it does reward you for good timing, I suppose, but it's still a little bit of a design issue, I think. There's a lot of cases where you're just running and then all of a sudden you jump over shit. Just be running over here, and you mostly have to be facing straight on, so it mostly only happens on corners. But it's happened to me a few times, and it's pretty frustrating.
Who the hell are you?
So the combat mechanics are pretty cool. Anytime you see a red thing like this in the environment, it means that you can interact with it, like it's a Jackie Chan movie, or it's kung fu movie inspired. So there's a lot of instances where you can really use the environment to your advantage. You can put people's heads and stuff, and you can throw people off the cliff, things like that. Talk to Popstar. Okay, try not to get distracted here with these missions. And the combat is pretty dynamic, except that you feel invincible as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and then as soon as you get hit, you suddenly don't feel invincible anymore. That's the problem I'm having with it, is that I'm really fragile, but it's really easy.
One of Winston's guys.
Yeah? Guess son on you will take on anyone these days.
I guess that's a risk reward. You're supposed to look really flashy doing stuff, but if you screw up...
Who's that?
Feng Shen. Best shit in Hong Kong. You got my money?
Got your money.
Here's your package. Tell Ming to stick with girls over 14 this time.
Stick with girls over 14. Wow.
Cool.
Hey, you two! Come over here! Stop! You're under arrest!
Oh, I got tackled. Oh, this is where it happened, yes. The Kimura escape. Oh, wow, let's go. Alright. Let me see if I can't just steal this. Oh god, nope.
You could hurt somebody!
Let me steal this bike. Perfect. Okay. I am out of here. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Okay. I'm a cowboy. Look at that shit. That's an intimidating vest. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, wow. Alright. So, wow. This was developed by United Front. They were originally... Oh, I can do tricks. That's pretty cool. They were originally part of Activision. They were owned by Activision. This was going to be coming out as a true crime game. It was going to be True Crime Hong Kong. But Activision said something along the lines of, we don't think this is going to be as big of a blockbuster as Grand Theft Auto, so we don't think that there's a reason to really make it. And yeah, they dropped the title, but they kept the IP, which is really strange. So they still own the rights to the... Oh, that guy didn't fit. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. Really like the neon lights. They kept the IP to True Crime, which is really strange. So this game ended up coming out as Sleeping Dogs under Square-Enix. Square-Enix London published it. I'm getting a phone call. So you have a cell phone, much like you do in Grand Theft Auto, and it's kind of the same.
Inspector Tang?
What have you found?
Got enough to bust Pop Star. But I also met a supplier, a guy named Wei Shen. Find out where he hangs out, and I'll see if I can get something on him.
I'll get back to you.
Perfect. So, anyways, this game came out under the name Sleeping Dogs instead of True Crime New York, or Hong Kong, sorry. And I'm enjoying it a lot so far. It's pretty cheesy, but it has a pretty nice storyline as well. Like, it blends the cheesy gameplay with the serious storyline in a really unique and fun way. Where am I going? Hold on. And this Chinese rap is amazing. Talk to Ming. So quests pretty much work like most other games, it looks like. I mean, there's the waymark or the waypoint, and you just go in, you press the button, get the next quest, off to the next waypoint.
Got the stuff, right?
Don't worry, I got your stuff right here.
Now I can start making money again.
Dun 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 dun. Accept. So there's... Okay, so that was a cop mission. I only got cop experience for that mission. That's pretty interesting. The other missions I was getting both cop and triad experience.
Everybody I know has a place in Central these days. All people care about are nice apartments. Nobody else has large public collections of them.
So I'm about, I would say, 2 hours into this game, maybe an hour and a half into this game. I'm not too far into it. As I've heard, this game is actually gigantic, but so far it seems pretty standard as far as an open world game, except for all of the parkour. There's a lot of jumping over building tops and stuff, which is really cool. A lot of chase scenes. In fact, the very first scene in this game is a really cool chase scene. I have no idea where I'm going. Does this open? I don't know. It doesn't. Looks like I'm going the wrong way. But the aesthetics of the world, between these light beams and the smoke effects and the lighting, especially the neon lighting at night, it's really, really cool. I personally really like the aesthetic a lot. There's a cab. Like all that lighting. Just looks like a dense, busy city to me. I really enjoy that. I think they did a good job. The fact that storefront has like 3D objects in it. And so does that one. So does that one. I think that's pretty good. We've come a long way with these games. These games seem to have gained a lot of technical ability since Grand Theft Auto 4. And this Chinese rap is hilarious. Oh. And telephone poles are still nothing to the motorbikes. Pretty awesome. Oh, I don't know. I was having this problem last time too. Not almost getting hit by buses, but rather... Whoops. Not setting my waypoints. Where's my missions? Do I have any missions? Oh, there it is. Okay. Whee! This is how I drive through Hong Kong. What's up? Oh no! Oh, I just did something. That's not good. Well, some of the things I don't really like about this game, I mean, there are things. I think that there's a few places that the game feels really clunky. I found a few bugs where the camera gets stuck. And just for playing for 2 hours, I mean, that means that there's probably more bugs. So, it's not like... Wow! Oh god. That was pretty cool, actually. It feels like a kung fu movie though, which is really awesome. It feels like I'm playing as Tony Jaa, which is what they were trying to go for, or I'm playing as Jet Li or something. I really like that about it. I really like the graphics too, even though the graphics look a little bit cheesy in certain places. Like, not every asset is perfect. Not every asset is like as high quality as some other games. I think overall with the lighting and oh shite. Oh, did you just turn around? I think it looks really good. I like how there's physics-based objects all over the world, like this garbage cans I just knocked over and exploded. Okay, awesome.
Surrender immediately.
Oh, this guy is not giving up.
Surrender now. This could be your last chance.
I'm in the van now. Oh, more rap music. Let's see what else there is. But overall, so far, my initial impressions of this game is it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't seem like it's perfect, but hey, what game like this is? I mean, come on, give me a break. Anybody says Skyrim because it's open world and they think it's perfect is dumb. Anybody that says Grand Theft Auto is also dumb. Like, these games just don't come out perfect. There's something about these open world games that I don't know. It's just there's a lot of problems that are present a lot of the time. It just seems like if you're gonna make a game like this, you're gonna have problems, so to speak.
Hey, Wei, can you help me out?
To reference a meme. There's gonna be some glitches, there's gonna be some bugs, there's gonna be some frame rate issues, there's gonna be some control issues. It's not gonna be as good as playing, you know, Street Fighter. Although I can't speak for Arkham City. Maybe Arkham City was the perfect game. I haven't actually played that game. I heard it was freaking phenomenal. So, I might be wrong about that. I might be talking about my ass. I don't know. But as far as I know from my experiences, there's no such thing as a perfect open world game as far as gameplay and perfect non-glitching gameplay. It just doesn't exist. But this is quite fun. It's combining a Burnout take that, cop, a Burnout style, like Need for Speed style with a lot of fighting elements, kind of like Arkham City or just a straight fighting game. It kind of reminds me of the Double Dragon setting, I guess. The whole idea of being a cop in a suburban area and just going. But Double Dragon is so old. I mean, like, how can it possibly remind me of Double Dragon? I guess it just does. I don't care what you think. It reminds me of Double Dragon. I'm going with it. I'm sticking with it. There's no driving in Double Dragon at all. But anyways, this game is a lot of fun though. Like, how ridiculous is this? And then it's coated with a super serious story, which is pretty awesome. I saw this in the benchmark. It's part of the benchmark test. Yeah, it's also a mature game, so just a note about the swearing, as you probably already figured out. If you've been watching this far into the video, if you've seen this far into the video, I'm sure you know that this game is riddled with... Oh no! Dank. Oh man! Oh, okay, well I can fight the cops. Oh god. Well, not for long, I can't. Oh, it's time to book. Ooh, no. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Good thing these cars are zippy and arcadey. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Holy smokes. Yeah, look at the ground right now. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's the lighting and graphics that I'm talking about that really had me going, oh, that's great right off the beginning. Right off the hop. Oh, I'm gonna die. I don't think there's any way around this. I think it might be a good spot to end the video. I'm not sure how long it's been going, but it's pretty fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Sleeping Dogs. I might make more videos of this. I don't know. I mean, this is a long game. I have no idea if I'm going to revisit this, but it was a lot of fun getting up to this point and making the video at least. So, like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see. This channel is just getting started, so all three of those help quite a lot. I would appreciate all three. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.